So this weekend we're gonna go check out some properties in Cleveland and talk to some people what Cleveland looks like. Feeling, Alex?
Feeling all right. Excited?
Excited. All day with Big Boss JC. How you feeling?
Answer the question. How you feeling, man? We're going to Asia Town. The most important way to vet real estate is by eating dim sum.
Now we're gonna see the worst property on the best neighborhood.
So come on in here. What you're looking at is you're looking at a house that has been gutted. And when we say gutted, it means it's been torn down to the studs. Right here, you've got a situation where all the walls have been removed. So the previous owner attempted to do a renovation. They tried, but you know, they obviously stopped at a certain point. This is what we call torn down to the studs. Very bare bones. This is essentially the frame of the property is here, but it is really waiting for someone to come in and do a renovation. Right here, we're here in the second floor. So same story. We're looking at something that's really been torn down to the studs. We're looking at, you know, kind of open framing here. You know, walls and drywalls have been removed. So this is a place where we call it has good bones. The structure, the frame, the real shell of the house is all here, but it really needs someone to come in, put in some finishes, and really bring it back to life. This is a classic real estate equation in terms of there's opportunity, but there's also cost, and so you just gotta figure out what to do.
Where are we headed, Alex?
Pizza food time!
Hey, what's up? We're in Cleveland.
Where are you from,
Real
man?
estate investing.
Who are you?
From San Diego. Full-time real estate investor. We're buying houses, we're buying apartment buildings, we're fixing them up, we're providing affordable housing for people.
Day 2, Cleveland real estate investors. We're gonna rock and roll, going to Lakewood, Euclid, all around town. You can see great real estate, meet with great people. I'm excited.
I'm excited too. Let's check out my place because I haven't seen it for like the past 4 months.
Where's your place at?
Yeah, in Euclid.
We're in Lakewood, Ohio, one of the hottest real estate markets in the city of Cleveland. Popular for young people, popular for families. A lot of great neighborhoods. It's this house right here. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, just pause. Okay, so right here we're looking at a classic Lakewood duplex. So what we have is there's a unit here on the ground floor, there's a unit here on the second floor. There's a lot of houses here in the city of Lakewood that are like that. It's a great situation for investors because someone can either live, you know, as an investor, you can live in one of them and rent them out, or you can rent out both of these. So what we've got here is a nice property. It's on a nice quiet street here in a great city. You know, Henry, the owner, made a great buy here. He's kept it in good condition. It has a strong cash flow. This is just a great property. It's a good piece of real estate. You've got good cash flow. Something like this, you never need to sell. It takes care of itself. You pay down your mortgage. It appreciates over time. So this is really a good piece of real estate. This one here on your left is a flip, recently completed, beautiful house. They really put a lot of money and effort into really making it beautiful. The good news here is, again, how Cleveland works is you want to be nearby the freeway. So like, it's on a quiet residential street, but it's also near the freeway. So it's like you get the best of both. Yeah. We had a great meeting there. One thing we really learned was that cleanliness and quality, if you take care of your property, if you clean it, if you paint it, if you make sure it's well maintained and really think about the design, the look, the feel, if you think about that for a property, it leads to higher quality tenants. So take care of your property, make sure it's clean, make sure it's well painted, make sure it feels good, and then you'll get better quality tenants. Better quality tenants means more rent, cash flow.
Yeah, what I'm gonna add to that, like I'm gonna jump on that boat, is that like I didn't realize what painting like meant for the home, you know. So like if the colors of it actually matters, you know, like you kind of gets the vibe of the tenants. JC got this guy Ronnie to like paint his home, and like he just got it with like it's almost on a lease within like a couple of hours, right? And then I mean, painting plays a big role in like how the tenant's gonna choose a place. and the structure of it, and like just the little nitpicks of it that we pretty much like we don't look for those things, you know, when we choose for a home. So like it's really important, just as well as the structure.
To give you context, the way that painting works is that first you go in and you do the major repairs like the furnace, the roof, and then you do the minor repairs with the handyman, and then finally you need to get someone to clean the house to really make the house look really good and habitable, and then you show it to prospective tenants who will come and see the house.
Thinking to yourself, would I live here? Or, you know, would someone I know live here? So make sure it's in just good condition, you get it cleaned, make sure the walls are in good shape, and just, you know, show it to prospective tenants and really get their feedback.
Yeah, and that makes all the difference between a good tenant and a great tenant. Now we're headed to Euclid to see a property that Alex bought back in June, but he's never seen it, so we're gonna drive by it. Excited, Alex?
Oh hell yeah! I haven't seen the home. Let's see the conditions of it, if it's actually in bad or good conditions, and if I made a good purchase on it.
Nice property, Alex.
Alex, like make a left so we can see the corner.
Yeah. Look at the grass. Not even taking care of.
It's okay. It doesn't mean cut now because it's like cold season. Yo, you got a lot of land, man. That's good.
Yeah. I know it doesn't have an easy system.
Pull over here to the right. Just stop here. That's a good house, man. It's a good house. Fence this off and it becomes like a cool play area.
Yeah.
You feel, Alex, after seeing your property?
I think it was a great investment. Still a little more upgrades to add on it to increase the value, but I feel very comfortable that I pulled the trigger on that one.
Coming to
We didn't forget you, Justin. We're
estate.
gonna go see your property now.
Everyone, we're right here in Euclid, Ohio. Great community, very strong residential area. It's a very strong area. You've got people who, you know, are professional folks. You got people who are middle class folks, people who are hardworking people here in the community of Euclid. It's starting to improve and get better. We just took a tour of the area that they're upgrading the high school. They're upgrading the roads, so the city government is active. They're making good choices. And at the same time, Amazon is putting a brand new distribution center here. So over 2,000 new jobs are coming to this community, and these people are gonna need places to live. So we're talking distribution workers, managers, people who are affiliated with Amazon making good income are gonna need a place to live in places like this. So what that means is, for investors such as yourself, take a look at Euclid. It's an interesting community. There might be some opportunities for you. We're right here over at 400 East 222nd Street. It is the property that purchased by Justin Yang. Shout out to you, my man. We're right here. We're live at your property. You've got a nice roof. Looks like it's recent, well taken care of. You got some nice drains and gutters. You got right here, you got an air conditioning unit that's in your window. And you know, it looks to be in really good condition. So overall, your exterior is done with brick. Brick siding and finishes is very positive. Really adds a strong sense of stability and value to your properties. So overall, what we're looking here on the exterior, it looks pretty positive.
Sure, if you have a garage, so let me go take a look for you. Looks like you do have a garage. Looks pretty clean too.
Justin, you have a really nice, quiet residential neighborhood here, nice trees. You can really see people take good care of their property. You know, you see newer roofs, newer finishes, clean. So from a real estate perspective, it's great to think about the community.
To add on to that, you should come visit Cleveland and meet JC in real life. We're checking out a property that we have not seen on the market, and we are going to guess how much it's selling for and how much it's actually worth.
Okay, so right here, my initial observations are there's an air conditioning unit here on the side, so air conditioning adds value. That's a positive. You've got a nice clean setup here. You've got a nice roof, nice windows. This property has been well maintained and well cared for, so that's good.
I think it's like a 3-bedroom, 1 bath,
Okay.
maybe 1.5. I think they're selling it for let's say 94.
94. I think this is a 4-bed, 2-bath listed at $99K. So let's go ahead. I'm going to open Redfin here. We're gonna see what we're doing. We're going Redfin. We're gonna use the nearby feature. It's gonna load. Okay. It is actually listed at $138,000.
Wow.
So this is a very nice house. It's a 4-bed, 1.5 bath. So unfortunately, I think that in this neighborhood and for this property, I do think this is overvalued. I think that the price here is higher than what it actually is worth. It is a good house. It is a good property. We're looking at a nice neighborhood here. So I totally understand their thinking. I get it. However, I think this property, to be honest with you, is closer in value to around $100,000. Obviously, it's listed at 138, so you might not get there, but that's what I think it is.
If you want to live there and you have the money, yeah, you're definitely paying more, but as an investor, it doesn't make sense. If you just look at it from a 1%, rule, this house for 1.5, you're probably going to get max maybe $1,100-1,200 a month. It's not 1%.
Not all real estate is worth buying. Remember, we are investors. We have a limited amount of time. We have a limited amount of capital. We need to make sure that the real estate we are buying makes sense. So right now we're entering into winter time. It's November. In the Cleveland market, it's very seasonal. So as we end into November, December, January, it starts to get colder. People stop buying stuff. It's, the demand starts to dry up. So to be honest with you, the best approach for a property like this is just to wait. To sit back, track the property on your Redfin app, put it on your favorites, just watch, see what happens. Check it every week that they might do a price drop. They might drop 5,000, 10,000. See what happens. There's no rush. Again, there's no rush with this property. Let's say they drop their price by 15,000. So it goes into the neighborhood of 120. And then from there, I would come in at a very aggressive offer. I'd say maybe put in an offer at 90,000 and kind of, they're here, I'm here. We kind of close the gap. Maybe we settle at 110, and at the 110 threshold, the 1%.
The 1% might make sense there. We're headed to Tremont. It's a very small neighborhood, but it's really hot. There's a lot of properties that are going for maybe 400, 500K over there.
Like this is like
Hollywood status.
Hollywood, Newport Beach, but this is like one of a kind in Cleveland. I love this house. A lot of people come here and hang out. It's like a really cool spot here.
Yeah, it's pretty like for youngsters too.
Dante, he's a very famous chef. He's on the Food Network.
Oh, really?
This is probably some of the best pizza in Cleveland right here across. Oh, we just met with another investor. A constant theme we've heard throughout the week is property management being an issue. In terms of if you're an out-of-state investor, how do you align that with a local investor? My main takeaway is it's something that we're working on. We're creating a scientific method. We have ideas. We're going to test them out. We're going to see what works. We're going to see if we can build it and make it better. And ultimately, our goal is just to come up with ideas, test them out, and grow them over time. We are in a really neat spot right now. In Cleveland, Ohio, we have great real estate. We have great partners. We have great things happening here on the ground here in Cleveland. Also, we have great investors who are out of California, San Francisco and LA. There are other people who are out of New York City, out of Chicago, wherever they be. We can provide a link and a bridge to make sure capital, wherever it may be, can flow into a market where there's opportunity. So another thing we're working on is creating that bridge where there is capital and connecting that capital to an opportunity in a transparent, quality and manageable way.
We want to try that bridge ourselves so that we can provide the best service. A lot of investors say they want to buy properties, they can make money on a good deal, but the real money is made on a hold, and right now there is no solution on how to manage and maintain the property down the road. That's something that we need to try to figure out and really try to experiment ourselves before we kind of open it up for everyone else, because we want other people to succeed. We just finished our last meeting. Alex is ready to go home.
Yeah.
Real estate is not an easy business. People say it's passive income, but it's more like active income, because you have to be active as an investor, not only looking for great deals, but also making sure that you're maintaining these properties in a way that you actually make money from the rent roll. Because oftentimes having a bad tenant or having issues with property management might eat up your income. So we're still trying to figure that out. Check out Cleveland.